All 8 of Queen Elizabeth's grandchildren came together to honor their late grandmother with a vigil. Prince William and Prince Harry joined cousins Princess Beatrice, Princess Eugenie, Peter Phillips, Zara Tindall, Lady Louise Windsor, and James Viscount Severn at the Queen's lying in state at Westminster Hall on Saturday to stand vigil around her coffin. They all entered together and walked toward the coffin, with William and Harry leading the group. The brothers wore their military uniforms, while the rest of the Queen's grandchildren dressed in black. They encircled the Queen's coffin, which was covered with the royal standard flag and had the imperial state crown atop it, as well as her orb and scepter. During the 15-minute observance, they all stood in silence beside her coffin, as many well-wishers who come to pay their respects looked on. The royal octet later stepped down in unison and left the hall as a group. The somber occasion marked Harry's first time wearing his military uniform during the events honoring his grandmother's life. News broke on Friday that King Charles III had granted both of his sons permission to don the uniform, with the Kensington Palace source telling the Telegraph on Friday, at the King's request, they will both be in uniform. It had previously been reported that Harry would not be permitted to dress in his uniform for any of the services related to the Queen's death, with only senior working members of the royal family able to do so. The vigil held by the Queen's grandchildren comes 2 days before her funeral is set to take place. The event is expected to be attended not only by family members, but also by many politicians and royals from around the world. DailyMail.com's Charlie Langston previously told Access Hollywood what can be expected from Monday's service.
So the state funeral will be something, I think, of a magnitude that we have never seen before. There will be multiple rehearsals leading up to the official funeral, which will take place at Westminster Abbey. I think we can expect many politicians, dignitaries from around the world to attend. We know that the Queen had an especially close relationship with Barack and Michelle Obama. I would very much expect that an invitation would be afforded to them. Joe Biden and his wife may well attend. And really, it will be a gathering of incredibly powerful and influential people, which will just be yet another sign of the incredible impact that the Queen had during her reign. This is a monarch who met more than a dozen presidents. She has been through more than a dozen tenures in the White House, and that is just something that I think really brings home to you exactly how long she was on the throne and how long she held this position for. Now, every monarch who passes is afforded an incredible funeral service because that is what they deserve. But the Queen was Britain's longest-serving monarch, and as a result, I think her funeral will really include elements and aspects and just a huge amount of ceremony that we've never really seen before. Add to that the fact that this is the first monarch to pass away in a time of huge media scrutiny, of social media scrutiny, and it really does mean that the eyes of the entire world will be able to be on that funeral, which will once again heighten the kind of intrigue and also the pomp and circumstance that surround it.